I wasn't quite sure what to do today for my live for YouTube, so I decided that I would do a resin project. I need to paint this first black. And I need to find either beads or stones or glass or something. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to continue trying to get this as well covered as possible. And sorry, this might be boring for you to watch, but hey, it's better than, oh, sorry, I just broke this. I'm just painting it black with Anita's permanent acrylic paint. This I got, by the way, from Dollar Tree. I did not introduce myself, by the way. My name is Rima Bishara, and Betty will probably be getting mad at me, telling me, Rima, introduce yourself. Well, my name is Rima Bishara. I will list all my faults first. I'm always losing things. The thing would be right in front of me and it just disappears. I don't know why. It feels like there's someone in here who's just picking up my things. It could be a ruler, scotch tape, a paintbrush, paint. And I'm always asking my friends who are watching me, do you see it on your end? And most of the time they do. Anyway, that's one fault that I do have. That's not going to change anytime soon. And the other one is I often cannot find my words. So now that you know my faults, let me tell you what I do love to do, and that is create art and teach people, or show people rather, what they can do with it. And sometimes I have good ideas and sometimes I don't. I show you my failures and I show you my successes. And I do hope that you will subscribe. Betty is typically here to help me find my words, except today she's not, because I'm filming this before I go live, because I have internet problems. So again, let me start from the beginning. My name is Rima Bishara. I'm the owner of Walls and More. And I own an Etsy shop, or I have an Etsy shop and a website. The Etsy shop, I sell wood you bend and some posh chalk. And the website, I sell pent art, decoupage paper, stencils, resin, foils, just want to make sure that everything is covered in here. And if anyone is seeing things that shouldn't be there, please let me know. I'm just going to pick it up and check for areas that do not have anything, and there are a few. I do lives on Facebook on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and have been doing lives on YouTube every Wednesday. I'm a mother to 2 amazing girls. I have a wonderful husband, and I have amazing friends who support me greatly. I forgot to mention probably the most important thing for me, my grandson. I babysit once a week, typically Mondays or whenever I'm needed. I love cooking. I'm lousy at it, but I am creating a freebie of my recipes, my special recipes. I just need to figure out how to set them up so that you can download them. I'm just picking up the extra paint, by the way. And if you're watching this, please tell me who you are, where you're from. I know it's not Facebook, but I still like knowing who you are. If you're new, if there are things that you would like to see me do. That would help greatly. I'm going to dry this, so I'm going to switch the video off because you probably don't want to see me drying something, but I am still finding spots that need some attention. Okay, I'm going to stop for now, and I will see you in a minute. I'm just finishing up. This, and then I'm going to sorry. Okay, I'm back. I've dried it. Some areas are not completely dry. And I'm going to use the new product by Posh Chalk called Bronze Alloy. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to add some infuser to it. And look at that. Looks like rose gold, really. Let me just add a little bit more. And the nice thing about the infuser, by the way, the infuser does not come in this type of container, but I put it in here, I decant it in here, because it's easier, oops, for me to apply. I make a mess too. Did I mention that I make a mess? I don't think I did, but here it is. I do make a mess. I'm not sure how much of a mess this is going to be, but I am going to need a little bit more. Now the infuser, you can add as much of it as you want. You mix with the pigment. It was specially made for pigment. I'm doing it in this container because I can store it if I have any left over. And if I don't, I'll just wash this out. And when you add the infuser, you can use a dropper. I just use this and just by eye. You can make it into more or less a wash. Or a paint, or even thicker than a paint. So I'm going to attempt to paint this in the bronze. And by the way, this is the first time I've used this color and I like it. And typically metallics look better over black. So what do you think of the color? This is available on my website. I think it's on Etsy, but I'm not quite sure. This is going to be a bit time consuming. Don't want to mess up, so I'm not going to rush. There are some beautiful birds like here. Uh-oh. I have to repaint this black. And I will continue to make mistakes like these. So I'm not going to subject you through watching me do this. I'm going to continue doing it and I will come back later. Okay, so it's taken me a little bit of time to do this, and I messed up a little bit, but I'm almost there. I just have to clean up the gold or the bronze, and hopefully I won't spill on the black. What do you think so far? And wait till you see what I have decided that we're doing for the inside. As soon as I finish this, oops, I did get, I'll have to paint this black. No, it doesn't have to all be the same tone of bronze. Some areas can have some black, but I just want to add a little bit more where it looks like it needs it, like here. So as you can see, it does move quickly, and for a dollar store panel, that's not too bad. So I just have to clean up this and do a couple more things, and then I'll show you what the plan is to fill this with. And that's why I really want, once you see the color that I'm using inside, you'll probably realize why I wanted the black cleaned out. And I just, for my regular followers, I just want to know what you think about filming and posting as opposed to a live. Do you like that better? Or do you prefer the interaction once in a while? I'm not saying every day, of course, because I would miss the interaction with everyone. Okay, let me just add some black, just a little bit in a couple of areas. And then we shall start. I'm trying this. And what did I do with, I'm using Beach Treasures 15O Gloss BB, just to see what they do. I have not used complete seed beads. Oops. This needs, oops. Okay, well, I've just messed up all over the place, but nothing is new, right? I'm going to put this somewhere where I won't drop it. And let's just start. These are easier than glass because you can just go over them like this and they fill up much easier. So if you've never done this and you want to try it, I can honestly say that this is definitely easier. You do have to be a little bit more gentle. And I think I need to add a little bit more so that we leave room for the resin. Let's try a little bit more. Oh, wow. When I lift up the paper towel underneath this, it will hopefully have a lot of the ones that have dropped off. So I'm happy with the top part. I just need to, oops, make sure that everywhere covered. Let's see here. And I'm hoping that the color underneath will be black. I could have picked purple or blue, but I did want black. I'm trying not to put too many. And I'm going to be using the 1 hour epoxy, which is really more like 2 or 3 hours, definitely faster than most of the other art resins that I have tried. And it has very few bubbles. It's become my favorite. Although there's a couple that I did buy that I did not, I have not used yet. So I just want to make sure they're all full. And I don't think I need a lot of resin. So I'm going to weigh it rather than use a measure. Just want to make sure that there are none on the tree itself. It does take a little bit of time, so you do need patience for it. I'm just going to go through now and make sure that there are none on the trees. And then, don't rush it, by the way, because it's not worth rushing. You want it to come out good, take your time. You're not doing a live. You're not boring people when you're doing this, so take your time. I'm just concerned that people will get bored watching this. And may not ever want to watch my lives or my YouTubes. And by the way, if you're new and you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you did. I'm trying to grow my channel. But I understand if you don't want to. There's 1,000,001 people out there that you might want to subscribe to. And I may not be one of them. Okay, so I'm not going to move it because, well, I might have to move it in order to measure. Well, I told you I'm clumsy. And there we go. Yep, I am clumsy. I just hope I did not destroy my tree. Zero. And I'm going to see what 50 mils look like. Or maybe less. Maybe like 15. 20, 21. And this is the fast cure resin, 1 hour. This is A. And let me show you B. So we now need 21 mils of, so that would be 21, 42. Okay, 42. We're all done. And hopefully this will be enough. I'm going to time this for 3 minutes and I'll be right back. Actually, it's not going to be I'll be right back. I'm going to wear gloves and talk to you a little bit about resin. When you're using resin, each resin is different. You need to read the manufacturer's suggestions for mixing. You need to pull your hair back and you need to put gloves on, and you also need to wear safety glasses. So I'm going to time this, as I said, for 3 minutes. And I want to show you not all resins are equal. Usually when you mix A and B, you get a cloudy mix and a lot of bubbles. So when you're mixing, make sure you scrape the sides and you mix the bottom really well. And I also brought along a skewer, which I will show you in a minute, to remove the stray beads away. So make sure you scrape the sides. But look at, there's very, very few bubbles here. And it is clear. I don't know if you can see the inside. Yeah, it's clear. And as soon as 3 minutes. Now also the other thing you need to bear in mind and make sure you read, some resins are 2 to 1, not equal parts of A and B. The one I'm using is equal parts. Look at this. So it's been 2 minutes. And I know this is not very deep. I usually do them deeper. And as soon as my watch says it's time, I will do it. Now, I'm just going to move this with my skewer. And let's start. Now, you cannot help but put it all over. And look at how the color changes when you place the resin. So we are going to see black underneath, which is what I wanted. And I'm using a wooden stirrer to apply it. I want to make sure that I don't have a lot of things falling off. The areas that you see that do not have resin are the white ones.
Let's start with, actually, get that one out of the way. So, what, Julie, which tactile size did
I hope I won't have to make some more, but if I do, so be it. Look at it. Isn't it pretty when it starts going,
seemed like she was leaning towards
uh-oh,
lighter beige color?
may have a little bit of a problem here.
Neutral. That's my guess. She showed it to the team.
I think I might have to add a little bit more. And I'm surprised that it's holding a lot more than I thought it would.
Quite a bit, right? Because the railings, the wall is not that much higher than the ramp, is it?
I just want to make sure that,
Should a lot in the specs, or we're showing 16 by 48, but you know, during construction. But at some point we'll have to do an actual elevation, right? So see how it looks, the color and the size.
oops,
To fit this,
I am going to add here.
but you know, whether you keep the 16 by 48 level with the sloping with the ramp, and then you cut it as you go up, or the other way around. Up, right? Yeah, that's okay.
I need to remove it off the paper towel
Behind us. Yeah, you
because
guys
I
hang
don't
back.
want it to stick to the paper towel. And I will in a minute.
Any other, I know we'll get to Casey and Chris quite a bit of discussion on other side simple stuff, but let's see. Doing well for Friday? No, I'm talking about Julie. Is Amir finished? Because Amir never finishes marking up. You have to give pencil down to Amir because he can keep going. It's okay, submit what you can on the specs. I tell you, nobody's gonna look at the specs, right? Except, you know, maybe related to the finishes and the colors and material, but don't sweat on the other stuff.
Okay, let's see here. I want to, don't know if I need to make some more.
Yeah, yeah. Smaller orders are gonna bigger projects.
I should have made a little bit more. It is beginning to set. So maybe I will make a little bit more. I don't know. Let me first blow it. Let me see. I'm removing the bubbles. Okay, the bubbles are gone. And I think I need maybe a few more milligrams. So what did I do with it? Okay. Let me just try this again. We'll do 5 milligrams of each. So right now I want this to 0. So we'll just do 5. Oops, 5. That's resin part A and part B. And then I'll be happy. Oops, I just got a little bit more than I needed, so I'm just going to give this just a little drop. Okay. 6 and 6, and again, this needs mixing. Now you can use a torch, a kitchen torch. And I'm going to wait 3 minutes again. And I mixed equal parts. And I know it started to set. And I am so tempted to just throw this in, but I won't. Again, remember, mix the sides. I still have my gloves on. And I'm sorry, I've been mixing without you seeing. One minute. Now you're supposed to mix gently, like this, but I'm going to keep mixing a little bit more. But I like the way it's come out, and you know, this is a piece of art. You can put something at the top. And I think I did a little bit less time than I would, but it was a smaller amount. Not that I think it's going to make that much of a difference. And I'm going to blow it again using my heat gun. Just going to move this down. Oops. Like I said, I'm going to move this out of the way, remove the gloves, and hit it with the heat gun, and that should be it. And the bubbles are dying, are disappearing. I've got a couple of each here that I want to get rid of. Don't get too close. But I do want this to move. And I'm dealing with a hair, so I'm just going to do this like that. And again. There's a couple of areas that I see that need attention. And I'm just going to remove this. I just saw them. Here, here, and here, and here. So I'm just moving. I just want to hit this one more time, and that's it. And that's it. In an hour or so, it will be dry, and I will post a picture of it. Thank you, everyone. Bye.